everyone. I'm Sarah, and welcome to a Saturday edition of Coffee and Crochet with Sarah. And so, what we're doing today is a little bit different because I usually come on Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time. And if you want to watch the video live on Tuesdays, that's when we come on Coffee and Crochet with Sarah. Tuesdays on the Posh Pooch Designs page. And it is live on Tuesdays. And then after we do it live, we shoot it over to YouTube because I love my Facebook and my YouTube friends. Well, lately we've been having a little bit of technical difficulties, and Facebook's been making some changes. And unfortunately, when they start making changes, it messes with my applications. I use a broadcasting application. I have an application for my microphones, lighting, cameras, computers, and screens. And so they weren't all talking to each other like they should. And that causes miscommunication, right? And that's not good. And so my husband, who is my techie, he did some work and some checking to see what was going on. And so what we're doing today is I'm going to answer 5 questions about my favorite things, because I get questions like this all the time, just to check to see if everything is working right, because we're still going to have our Live with Sarah on Tuesday, if at all possible, which I'm sure it is, unless we get a major snowstorm and the electricity goes off or I get super sick or something. All right, so that's what we're going to do today. So thank you to my wonderful, big brainy-headed husband for being my tech guy, and my team here, me, Maximo and Rosie, and my husband, that we can do this today on a Saturday. I wanted my husband to come on here so y'all could see how handsome he is. But he went golfing with his golf buddies. It's a beautiful day here. It's around 60 degrees. I think it's 65 now, according to my phone. So it's a beautiful day here. It's a little overcast. It's a perfect day for him to go golfing. That's okay. We're going to have some Yarnie fun without him, okay? And those of you who don't know, my husband is the best. He does not mind going yarn shopping with me. He's great at picking out colors and things that go together. So I really feel really blessed that he's great technically and great artistically. Well, hello everybody. I see a lot of you coming in. There's Stephanie and Rose, Asma, Mary, and Mary. Oh, Mary said hi twice. Well, I'm so glad you can come in with me today. And if you don't normally jump on, like I said, I'm on every Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time, because I live south of Denver, outside a city called Parker. And that's where a lot of our issues are, because I'm not in the city. We live kind of out a ways and rural, and so sometimes our internet can be a little tricky. All right, let's get to those 5 questions, okay? All righty, so the first question I get all the time is, what is my favorite weight of yarn, and what is my favorite yarn? Okay, so my favorite weight of yarn is the medium weight number 4. And my favorite yarns change from time to time. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Tina. I see you popping on. I'm waving over to the screen where the comments are. I'm not silly. Well, yeah, pretty silly. But anyway, also I need to clarify. I have a mark. I'm putting the wrong side. A mark right here. It's not a hickey. I burnt myself with my curling iron. This is what happens when you try to curl your hair and put on your mascara at the same time. So don't do that. Anyway, 2 of my favorite yarns right now, because it changes all the time, are the Value. It's called Craft Smart Value Stripe from Michaels. And I didn't used to like the Craft Smart from Michaels. It used to be really, really rough. And some that I have that I bought a few years ago, because I like the really rough, thick ones when I'm making dog blankets and dog beds. And so I like that. But the yarn now, I was just in Michaels last Saturday with my husband. And all the Craft Smart, they have a whole lot more colors, a lot more like striping, variegated solids, ombres, and it is a lot softer. This is one I'm going to be using to update one of my patterns called the Blessings Shawl. I wrote it about 6 or 7 years ago, and I think this yarn is perfect for that. And this is one of my favorite yarns. It's a medium weight #4 acrylic yarn. But as far as fibers go, I really love cotton. And this is a cotton that I discovered not that long ago. And this is from Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee. This particular cotton is called Cotton et Laine, and the color is Skyway. And I'm sure I didn't pronounce that right because I'm not very good with French, unless it's by accident. And it is a medium weight #4, but this is not 100% cotton. This is 80% cotton and 20% linen. And it's a really soft, smooth cotton. And as far as colors go, my favorite color has always been bright yellow. Since I was a little tiny girl, I have loved bright yellow. But when it comes to demonstrating videos on YouTube, for some reason, I'm always drawn to blue. And this is a really pretty blue. Okay, so I love medium weight #4 yarns, but I'll crochet with any weight. I don't care how skinny or how big. Well, the little teeny stuff, the thread, I can't do that anymore because of my arthritis. But medium weight 4 is my favorite, and these are my 2 favorite yarns today. It changes all the time, so ask me every other week, and it's going to be a different yarn and a different weight probably. All right, so another question I get all the time is, what are my favorite hooks? And what do I prefer, the Boy, which is Boye, or the Bates style hooks? And I am a boy girl all the way. I love the boy style hooks. These particular ones I got in a kit at actually my husband got them for me, at Hobby Lobby, and they have a thin plastic handle. And a lot of people like the big thick ones, and I have made some of the big thick ones with polymer clay. And if you want to learn how to do that, I do have a video on YouTube. But anyway, my fingers are short, a little on the chubby side, and so I really like the smaller ones. And I learned on Boy, and it's not that one hook is better than another, because they're both great, and pretty much any hook that you can find, as long as the shaft of the crochet hook is measured correctly, they're great. But usually it's what you learn on. I learned on the Boy style hooks, and a lot of people graduate to the other styles. It doesn't matter. They're both great. Oh, hi, Vicki. I missed you. And Tammy, I missed you too. Anyway, I like the Boy hooks. And my favorite hook size is the I, which is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hooks. And I know some of the Boy hooks have changed their sizes, and they're different by, I think, 2.5 difference or something like that. So a lot of people are like, well, I can't use that. It's off. One thing to remember, and that is that everybody crochets differently, and their tension is different. Not their attention span, because I have a really short one. Like, I was probably ADD as a child, just not diagnosed, because I just go from thing to thing, and a lot of it is up in my brain, and that's where I come up with all these different crochet patterns and things, is because my brain is constantly moving. But what I'm talking about, tension, not attention, is how tightly that you stitch, your gauge. And it's good I did a measure as you go. That's why I always tell people, and you can see I've got one right here, have your tape measure handy. Put one in every one of your yarn bags. I have them set all over the house, and upstairs and downstairs, wherever I have crochet stuff, I have a tape measure. Because you may stitch tight. I tend to stitch just a little bit looser. And so everybody's different, and if you want to make sure what you're making is going to fit, measure as you go. Don't stitch that whole hat and it comes down to your chin and sticks all the way out to here. Okay? When you start stitching, make sure your rows are measuring correctly. And if the hat calls for 10 rows, but your head's a little shorter, you can do 8 rows. It doesn't matter, as long as it's going to fit the person who's going to wear it. Because I always say that I always say that crochet is an art. And it's constantly changing, and you need to make it to fit you. Okay, the other thing is, the question that I get all the time is, what is your favorite season to crochet? And most people say fall. my favorite season to crochet is spring. I love spring. It's when everything is coming back into bloom, flowers and trees and everything. And yes, I love the beautiful colors of fall, but I also love all the beautiful colors of spring. All right. Okay. And then the other question I get all the time is, how do I get so much stuff done? And well, for starters, my kids are grown. My grandkids come visit me from time to time, but for the most part, it's me, my husband, and my my two chihuahuas. Not crochet chihuahuas, they're real. And so I love to get up early in the morning and have my quiet time and spend a little bit of time designing and crocheting early in the morning. And when I say early in the morning, I say between 5 and 6. Have my cup of coffee, pull out some designs, and a lot of times I do sketches, and then that sketch turns into a design. But my favorite time to crochet is first thing in the morning. But I'll have to tell you, I crochet all day long pretty much. One thing I'm going to do on Tuesday is I'm going to discuss, and so you might want to pop back in on Tuesday for our live video chat. I'm going to discuss how you can do a few exercises and things for your hands, your neck, and your shoulders, so that when you're sitting there, because I don't know about you, but if I'm watching a show and it's very intense and I start scrunching up my shoulders and I'm stitching really tight and I get all tense, then it hurts and you'll have pains. And so I'm going to tell you a couple of exercises you can do and a couple of other things that can help so that you don't get sore. Because we forget how much we really use our hands holding the crochet hooks, crocheting, and all of those things, okay? And so, yeah, Brenda here, she says, I get a sore neck. I do too. A lot of it is, I went to my eye doctor this week. I was hoping my glasses would be in on Friday, but they said next week. I'm getting a new pair of glasses, and he said one of the things that I have done is I sit like this and I tilt my head up, and that's because I'm trying to use my readers, and because I have trifocals right now, but my dentist, my eye doctor, my ophthalmologist, he said I have thyroid eye disease, but he said he doesn't think that I need to wear trifocals, that bifocals are fine. And I because of the way I'm tilting my head and stuff. It was so funny. They dilated my eyes, and I hadn't had that done in a couple of years. And I was trying to drive home, and of course I have night blindness, so I can't see in the dark. So I had to wear those really thick glasses, and I was driving like a little old lady. It wasn't very far from my house, maybe 6-7 miles, but still, it was super funny. If someone had got a video of me, that's exactly what I would have looked like, as that little old lady on top of the steering wheel trying to see. Oh, well. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I didn't want to keep you very long. I was going to try to keep this at between 10 and 15 minutes. I just wanted to pop in, see if everything was going to work fine, and it seems like it is. And we may have found the solution for what's been going wrong with our technical stuff. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.